Okay, so today we're going, this is going to be the last session of our last topic, which is about set. And today I will give you a task um, of covering all of the materials from this topic, which is about set. So please pay attention to the explanation for today. And there are a couple of things that you really need to write down. And if you still don't understand, please ask, just feel free to ask, yeah? Okay, so I'm gonna start. I'm gonna share my screen with you guys. Go share screen. Okay. Okay, so the first thing that we are going to learn for today, continuing what we have learned last week and last time, which is about set. It is about, let me scroll my notes a bit, guys. What was it the last time that we learned, which is about, yeah, difference, yeah, difference of sets. Today we're going to specifically learn more about what we call a Venn diagram. Okay, let me scroll my, okay. We have learned about union, we have learned about intersection, we have also learned about difference. Okay, now we are going to learn about a complement. Wait, difference, complement, yeah, complement, yeah, okay. So I'm gonna write down here, guys. Please write this down. Um, Next one is about the complement of set. Oh, blue this time. Okay, so complement of set, of a set. Okay, so previously we have learned about universal set, right? So in universal set, it depends on the question, right? So it depends on what you're talking about. For example, if I'm talking about student in grade 7 Istanbul, for example, it means that the universal set are all of you guys, right? All of you, starting from Abel until the last one is please say, yeah, until yeah. So we have 17 students. So all of you guys are the universal set if I'm talking about grade 7 Istanbul, yeah. And then for example, um okay, so let's say I have a universal set. I'm just gonna go to the example, guys. So for example, the universal set, uh the universal set of is equals to all students in grade 7. I'm gonna go to numbers actually, guys. Yeah, I'm not gonna go with this one. Okay, for example, universal set is a natural number from 1 to 10, for example. Yeah? Again, guys, the universal set, it depends on the question. Yeah, so for this question, I'm gonna start with numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so this is the example. And then I have, for this question also, I have, for example, set A. And set A consists of, for example, like 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so the complement of set is actually is denoted by a apostrophe or the letter C, small c. Yeah. So if I want to know the complement of set A in this question, that will be denoted by A, and then I'm gonna put C on the top. Or I can also write it down as A and then just write down like a apostrophe, yeah, tanda petik, yeah. Okay, so and how can we find the elements of the complement? It's pretty easy. It's just the universal set minus that set, right? Because we are looking for the complement of set A, means that that will be the universal set minus, right? Minus set A. Okay, so we have learned about subtraction. We have learned about this one here, right? Set subtraction, or we call it the difference. Yeah, difference of sets, right? So you only need to subtract. So when I say universal set minus A, so you write down all of the universal set except the one that are the same with set A, right? So as you can see that set A consists of 3, 4, 5, and 6. So in universal set, we also have 3, 4, 5, and 6, which is this one, right? Okay, so which means that the complement of A is just all of them without the 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that will be 1, 2, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That's it. Okay, so again, guys, it depends on the question because you really need to know what's the universal set first before you can answer the complement of the set. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna give you another example. Okay, this time I'm gonna give you a couple of sets, not just one. For example, universal set is equals to let's say is from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I have another set, which is set A. Set A will be 3, 4, and 5. And for example, again, and I have another set, which is B, for example, that will be 5, 6, and 7, for example. Okay, so notice that universal set means that all of them, I mean, like it's going to be impossible if we have, for example, in here you have, for example, 9. 9 is does not include it into the universal set, right? So the universal set should be should include all of the sets, all of the elements of the set that you're mentioning in that question. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna go here. 5, 6, 7. Okay. So another example, if I want to know, the complement of A, right? The complement of A. So the complement of A is just all of the universal set except the elements that it which is in A. So because we know that A consists of 3, 4, and 5, and we have 3, 4, and 5 over here. So which means that we only need to write down all of the universal set except that those 3. Yeah. So that would be 0, 1, 2, 6, 7, 8. That's it. Okay. Okay, another example. If I have B complement, right? So B complement means that all the universal set except the one we have on B. Okay. So if I use that a little bit, guys. Okay. So we have 5, 6, 7 for set B, the elements of set B. And then we also have this 5, 6, and 7, right, in the universal set. So again, guys, the complement of B is just all of the universal set except 5, 6, and 7. So I'm gonna write down 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 8. That's it. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna give you one more example. No, not more. One more question actually. We have also learned about union, right? So for example, I want to know A union B complement. Okay, so this is interesting because you need to combine the A and B first, and then you find the complement. Okay, so in order to do this, right, you need to find the A union B first, the one inside the bracket, this guy, right? As we have already learned that union means that you combine all the elements from A and B, right? So in this question, right, in this question, element A's the elements A are 3, 4, and 5, and element B are 5, 6, and 7. So if I combine those two, I will get 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Remember that I don't need to write down 5 twice because they are the same. Okay, remember that it needs to be distinct. Okay, and then if you want to find out the A union B complement, you do the same exact thing. Okay, so like finding complement of A and also complement of B. So if I want to know A union B complement, which means that I need to write down all of the members, all of the elements from the universal set, except these elements, right? 3, 4, 5, and 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 is over here. So which means that, right? Which means that the A union B complement is 0, 1, 2, and 8. Okay. So whatever you have inside the bracket here, and then you want to find the you want to find a complement. So just make sure that you know what's inside. If, for example, this is like A intersection B, maybe, right? It can be anything inside the bracket. And then if you want to find the element, it's as easy as all of the universal set, and then you subtract it by the set inside the bracket. That's it. Okay, so this is what we call the complement of set. Okay, before I continue, is there any question? I'm going to give you one question for you guys to answer. I want to know your understanding for this question, for this topic. Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm going to give you one question. I would like you to answer this, write your answer in the chat box, yeah? Okay, I'm going to write down number 3 here. Okay, number 3. Okay, for example, I have universal set. They are minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then I have set A. Set A is equals to 1 and 2. And then set B is equals to 2, 3, and 4. Okay, I would like you to answer these questions, okay? So the first question will be, what is a complement? Sorry, question A. Question B is a B complement. And the question C is going to be A union B complement. And the last one will be A intersection B complement. Okay, now I would like you to answer question A first, okay? Don't answer question B first. Just if you want to write down in your notes, maybe it's okay, but I would like you to please write down your answer for question A first, yeah? And please write down your answer on the chat box. Ya, silakan. Oke, saya sudah buka chatnya. Oke, saya dulu ya.
Jadi gimana Bu pertanyaannya?
Pertanyaannya yaitu ditanya yang ini dulu, jawab yang ini dulu ya, yang A complement C ya. Contohnya sama kayak yang tadi di atas tuh ya. Nih, saya kasih contohnya tuh. Saya zoom out dulu. Zoom in, zoom out gitu ya. Oke, lanjut guys. Oke. Saya nanyanya complement E ya, bukan E. Kalau E ya 1 2. Berarti complement E ya bukan itu gitu ya. Oke. Silakan, Brian boleh dicoba lagi, Brian. Don't forget guys to use the curly bracket ya. And then don't forget to write down the C on the top ya. If you can't do that, just write down A tanda kutip ya. Pakainya A tanda kutip gitu aja ya. Kalau kan susah nih nulis C-nya di yang kecil ya. Tulis A tanda kutip sama dengan membersnya apa, elementsnya apa. Ya, oke. Silakan dicoba dulu. Saya akan lihat nih. Ya. Complement kamu boleh ketik ya, sekali lagi ya, boleh ketik pakainya A tanda kutip. Jadi sama dengan buka kurung curly bracket and then tulis the elements ya. Oke. Saya akan cek ya sebentar yang sudah jawab. Yang pertama ada Brian. Brian masih kurang tepat, boleh dicoba lagi. And then Alzam, you haven't put the brackets ya, Alzam. Bracketsnya kurang, kasih bracket saja. And then bracketsnya masih kurang. Terus kayaknya ada yang kurang sedikit nih, Alzam ya. Oke, terus Aurel is correct. Iya, tapi you forgot to write down the name of the set ya. Harusnya kan A tanda kutip sama dengan gitu ya. Oke, Tristan masih kurang tepat. Coba lagi. And then we have Cynthia. Cynthia, yes, correct. And then we have Tiara. Yes, you're correct. Ini cuma tinggal ditulis E tanda kutip sama dengan. Tristan masih kurang. Falihah masih kurang juga. Tanda kutip itu ini. Kamu lihatnya di kalau di keyboard itu ada K, ada L, terus sebelah sini ada tanda titik 2 gitu ya, sama colon. Nah sebelah sini kan ada tanda kutip 2 sama 1. Nah yang ini Ya, oke, Aurel. Ya, Lukman masih kurang tepat. Ingat ya, kita ngomongin yang nomor 3 ya guys, bukan yang nomor 2. Universalnya yang ini. Jangan pakai yang ini. Ya. Tergantung pertanyaannya ya guys. Oke. Lukman, tolong dibenerin dulu. Oke, Aira, yes, correct, yes, Alzam betul. Brian hampir. Brian hampir dikit lagi Brian, yes. Brian dikit lagi ya. Oke, oke ya, saya akan buka jawabannya. Thank you yang sudah jawab, yang belum jawab tolong dilihat lagi. Yes. Oke, saya ulang ya guys. Kalau kita mencari complement berarti tinggal tulis semua universal set kecuali ya. Tolong dengerin baik-baik ya. Khusus tadi yang masih kurang tepat nih, ada Brian, ada Tristan misalnya. Tolong dan yang belum jawab. Saya ulang ya. Kalau kita nyari complement A ya, berarti kamu tulis semua ya, semua elemen di universal set kecuali. Nah, kalau kecuali berarti kan nggak usah ditulis ya, ya kan? Nah, nih berarti apa? Kalau saya nyari complement FA ya, berarti saya tulis ini semua nih, ya si ini semua nih, ya kan? Tapi kecuali si A ini, ya kan? Kan si A itu 1 dan 2 kan? Berarti 1 dan 2 nggak usah ditulis, kita ya. Oke, saya ulang ya. Berarti yang ditulis apa aja dong? Oke, saya mau ke Tristan deh. Tristan, gimana Tristan? Halo Tristan. Nah, oke.
Ya, Pak.
Ya, jadi gini Tristan, kalau complement A itu berarti saya ulang ya, kamu tulis semua universal set kecuali elemen yang ada di A. Universal setnya yang ini. Berarti apa aja yang harus saya tulis?
A.
Ya, apa yang harus saya tulis?
A bracket dong, Pak.
Iya, maksudnya elemennya apa? Angkanya berapa aja?
Nggak tahu. Nggak tahu.
Iya, nih dengerin dulu ya, baik-baik ya. Artinya kamu tinggal tulis semua elemen yang ada di sini, semua ya, semua universal set kecuali yang ada di A.
Berarti tulis universitas di yang lain, Pak. U sama B.
Kok jadi B sih? Kita belum ke B. Kita masih di A.
Nggak ngerti, Pak.
Oke, ini ya. Nih, gini nih. Ya, simpelnya gini guys. Kamu tulis aja semua yang ada di U nih. Semua, tulis aja dulu semua yang di U ya. Min 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oke. Nah, terus kamu hapus karena ini adalah komplemennya A ya. Berarti yang kamu hapus adalah yang ini, 1 dan 2. 1 dan 2 berarti kamu nggak usah
Berarti
tulis.
tulis -1, 0, 3, 4.
Nah, iya gitu doang. Gitu. Ya. Simpelnya gitu ya guys. Jadi tinggal tulis semua universal set kecuali yang disebutin di situ. Kalau misalnya oh dia komplemennya A berarti yang ada di A ya jangan ditulis. Gitu. Ya oke. Jadi tinggal saya hapus saja. Nah gini selesai. Gitu. Bagaimana? Paham ya? Oke kalau sudah paham guys silakan coba yang B. Oke. Now it's B complement. Berarti B complement tulis semua yang ada di universal set kecuali yang ada di B. Gitu. Oke. Nggak paham. Abel masih nggak paham. Abel saya mau pakai bahasa Inggris sama bahasa Indonesia nih. Kamu lagi di Amerika berarti kamu pakainya bahasa Inggris ya. Oke, ya saya ulang ya guys nih. Kalau misalnya gini ya, ini saya kasih contoh lain deh. Ini bukan nomor 3 ya, yang lain nih. Misalnya universitasnya 1, 2, 3. Oke, saya mau ke Abel. Oke, A-nya adalah 3. Oke, berarti A komplement itu adalah, oke, Abel tolong dengar dulu. Semua yang ada di U kecuali angka 3. Kenapa? Karena dia nanyanya adalah A komplement gitu. Berarti A yang 3 ini nggak usah ditulis gitu ya. Berarti jawabannya adalah ya 1 dan 2 aja. Gitu. Oke, Bel, saya mau kasih pertanyaan satu. Oke. Universal setnya 0, 1, 2, 3. A-nya adalah 3. 3 aja deh. Oke, berarti komplement E berapa, Bel? Ya. Ya. 0, 1, 2. Udah gitu doang kan? Selesai gitu doang. Simple banget kan? Cuma tinggal tulis aja 0, 1, 2, 3. Tapi yang nggak ditulis adalah yang 3. Karena yang ditanya adalah komplement E. Ya 3 aja nggak usah ditulis gitu. Ya. Oke, silakan coba yang B ya guys. Please try question B. So it's the same thing like before. Remember that for this question, the universal set is this guy. Ya. Jadi tergantung setiap soal itu pasti beda-beda gitu ya. Maksudnya like it can be different from one question to the other. So you need to pay attention to what are the elements in the universal set. Universal set. Oke, ya silakan. Yes. Nah, gitu. Oke, Lukman benar. Oke, Tristan. Tristan benar, tapi kamu tinggal kurang tanda petik aja. Harusnya tulisnya B tanda kutip. Nah, tanda kutipnya kurang ya.
Saya bingung tanda petik yang mana antara yang ini atau yang ini. Bentar.
Yang ini dan
Yang
yang
mana
ini.
Pak? Yang kiri atau yang kanan?
Yang kiri.
Oh, oke.
Oh ya, yang kanan tuh kok tanda kutipnya 2 ya. Nah, oke. Sip. Oke, saya ulang lagi ya. Oke, Lukman, oke. Tristan tadi kutipnya doang. Aurel udah benar, Kiara udah benar, Kenny udah benar, kayak Halim udah benar. Rafael B-nya pakai huruf capital ya, karena kita di sini B-nya B capital. Terus Brian tinggal tambahin kurung kurawal aja, kurung kurawal. Curly bracket ya, pakai curly bracket ya. Harus selalu ditulis pakai curly bracket. Oke, Abel juga sama, curly bracketnya kurang. Ya, elemennya udah benar ya. And then Tristan udah benar ya. Tristan, itu yang dikasih kutip itu, yang kasih tanda petik itu di habis B-nya ya. Jangan di dalam kurung ya. Oke. Jangan di dalam kurungnya, jangan, tapi di luar. Oke. Yes, akhirnya benar. Brian, tanda kurungnya jangan yang begini, tapi yang begini. Tahu nggak ada di mana? Di keyboard. Di keyboard tuh di samping huruf P. Di samping huruf P di sebelah kanannya. Di sini nih. Nah, ada begini. Sampingnya lagi ada begini. Nah, gitu. Ya, oke. Nah, udah pada ngerti kan? Oke, gampang ya. Oke, quite easy. Oke, the next one guys is question C. Oke, saya udah lanjut. Kita langsung tulis aja. Ini the answer for this one because we have 2, 3, 4. So we don't include the 3, 2, 3, and 4, which is minus. That will be minus 1, 0, and 1. Ya kan? Nah, gitu. Okay, now to answer question C, you need to find A union B first. Okay, so from the previous lesson that we have, A union B, I mean, the elements are just all of them, right? All of the elements from A and B, right? So you might want to write this down first before you go to the answer first, yeah. So for this one, A union B is all of the elements in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Ya, ini kalau digabung gitu kan semuanya 1, 2, 3, 4 ya kan? Kan duanya ada 2 kali, nggak usah ditulis 2 kali ya. Jadi sekali aja ya. You only need to write down that once. So because we know that A union B is 1, 2, 3, and 4. So what is A union B complement? So you do the same thing, right? So you write down all of the elements in universal set except these. Oke, silakan. Nah, soalnya diketiknya gitu ya guys, diketiknya dalam kurung A, pakai huruf U aja ya, kan di itunya nggak ada di keyboardnya nggak ada A, U, B gitu ya. Terus tanda petik sama dengan apa aja elementsnya. Oke, silakan. You can go to the chat box. Yep, go. Sebentar guys, ini ada error. Oke, itu saya kasih tahu ya, A union B-nya saya udah kasih tahu. Ya, nanti yang pertanyaan D kamu cari sendiri ya guys. Oke, A union B-nya udah saya kasih tahu, jadi enak, gampang ya. So tinggal di connect aja ke sini, nyekok. Nah, gitu. Yes, Kenny betul sekali, yes. Kiara betul sekali, yes, you are correct. Mana lagi? Ayo. Yes, Rafael betul, mantap. Ucap. Oke, Alzam. Alzam, kamu pakai tanda kurung di AUB-nya dikasih ini dikasih tanda kurung ya Alzam ya, terus dikasih tanda petik, gitu ya. Oke, itunya bener ya, apa elemennya betul. Abel ya, gitu dong, gampang kan? Yes, Abel betul, yes. Brian itu yang kamu tulis adalah A union B-nya. Gitu. Yang ditanya adalah A union B complement-nya. Oke, Bray? Jadi yang itu justru yang nggak boleh ditulis gitu. Justru ini yang nggak boleh ditulis gitu karena kita cari komplementnya. Ya, oke. Coba dicoba lagi ya. K juga Aira juga sama nih. Itu yang kamu tulis Aira, Brian, K Halim yang kamu tulis itu adalah ini. Yang ditanya adalah ini, yang komplemennya. Gitu ya. Hati-hati ini ya. Komplement yang ditanya ya, bukan A union B-nya tapi A union B complement. Oke, coba lagi ya. Tadi ada Brian, Aira, dan K Halim sebentar. Oke, yes Cynthia, betul sekali. Yes. Betul, betul ya. Oke, gimana? Aira, K Halim, dan Brian, boleh dicoba lagi? Oke, sekali lagi ya. You find, because this is A union B complement, so find the A union B first. After that, you find the complement. Gitu ya. Oke. Oke, yaudah. Saya akan reveal the answer ya guys. So the answer should be, right? I'm gonna erase this one. All right. So because we know that A union B is 1, 2, 3, and 4, so which means that A union B complement is just writing down all of these except 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, except. Yeah. So which means that that will be -1 and 0. That's it. Ya kan? Karena yang kita nggak boleh tulis adalah 1, 2, 3, 4. Ini yang nggak boleh tulis kan? Sama. Gitu ya. Okay, now I'm not going to give you a hint for the last question. A intersection B complement. Okay, if you forgot what is intersection means that you only take the same element. Yeah. So for question B, you want to find the A intersection B first. Right? After that, then you find the complement. Oke, silakan dicoba. Question D. Oh my god. Oke, ingat ya, A intersection B kita udah belajar kemarin ya, hari Selasa. Elemennya adalah cari yang sama aja gitu. Nulis yang di tengah A sama B-nya apa? Oh, huruf U aja, Kiara. Ya. Huruf U. Oh, huruf N, sorry. Kalau intersection pakai N aja. N. Huruf N ya. Ini kan nggak ada di keyboard nih ya kan? Nah, tulisnya pakai N aja. A, N, B gitu aja. Boleh ya. Oke, silakan guys. Please try it first. Ya, dicoba aja dulu. Ya, tidak usah khawatir salah, dicoba saja. No problema. Oke, Kenny itu adalah intersection. Ini pakai N kecil aja ya guys. Jangan N besar. Ya, Kenny itu adalah A intersection B-nya, betul. Tapi yang ditanya adalah A intersection B complement. Ya, oke. Ya, jadi Kenny yang itu udah benar, tapi untuk A intersection B-nya aja ya. Nah, yang ditanya lah A intersection B complement. Yang ditanya komplementnya. Oke, Kiara betul. Yes, Kiara betul. Aira juga sudah betul. Yes, betul. Faliha masih kurang tepat. Oke, Abel, itu yang kamu tulis tuh elemennya adalah A intersection B-nya doang. Ya, A intersection B-nya. Yang ditanya adalah A intersection B complement. Justru itu yang nggak boleh ditulis gitu. Ya, Abel ya. Jadi Bel, kamu tinggal tulis semua universal set kecuali yang kamu tulis itu tuh. Ya kan? Angka yang kamu tulis itu, kecuali itu, ya. Oke, Aurel, yes, betul. Ya. Udah jangan garuk-garuk. Oke. Oke, ini masih ada beberapa yang sepertinya agak bingung. Oke. Kita coba ini dulu ya, guys. So again, guys, because we are looking for the complement of this set, so you find the set inside the bracket first. Ini kita cari ini dulu ya, tapi bukan jawabannya itu. Maksudnya jawaban akhirnya bukan itu ya. So A intersection B means that we're focusing on set A and set B and find the same element, and we see that that the same element from set A and B is 2, ya kan? Ya enggak? Nah, terus berarti kan ini begini ya. Ya enggak? Itu A intersection B ya, belum A intersection B complement. Nah, tadi konsepnya gimana? Oh, berarti kalau A intersection B complement, berarti kita tulis semua yang ada universal set kecuali ini, gitu ya. Kecuali ini. Saya ulang ya, tulis semua yang ada di universal set. Ingat, universal setnya yang ini ya, jangan pakai yang lain gitu ya. Berarti jangan tulis 6, 7, 5 jika ada gitu ya. Ini universal setnya cuma dari -1 sampai 4 doang gitu ya. Oke. Nah, which means that ini berarti berapa aja yang harus kita tulis di sini? Nah, Bel gimana Bel? Bel aja deh. Nah. Ingat Bel, cuma nulis semua universal set kecuali itu. Jadi gimana?
Semuanya kecuali 2.
Sebutin angka-angkanya berapa aja?
-1.
Terus?
0.
Terus?
1.
Terus?
3, 4.
Nah, itu dia. Oke? Gitu ya, guys. Nah, jadi nanti tergantung ya, guys. The question can be different ya. Jadi intinya kalau ada kurung-kurung gini, cari dulu yang di dalam ini gitu. Konsepnya sama yang tadi gitu, A complement, B complement, cari dulu. Oh, ini karena A udah tahu ya kan, B udah tahu. Nah, ini kalau A union B kan belum tahu nih, ya udah cari dulu aja A union B-nya dulu. Baru nanti kamu cari komplemennya. Ingat, komplement itu cuman tulis semua yang ada universal set kecuali yang ada di dalam kurung itu gitu ya. Oh, kecuali yang 1 2 3 4 ya 1 2 3 4 yang ya jangan tulis. Kalau yang di ini berarti yang 2 nggak boleh tulis. Berarti yang 2 ini ya nggak usah ditulis. Yang sisanya ditulis ulang. Selesai. Ya, oke? Gitu ya. Okay. So, I'm gonna end with this one. The next one is going to be more, more challenging actually. It's going to be what we call the Venn diagram, ya guys. Okay, terakhir ya guys, ini topik terakhir. Kita sebutnya Venn. I'm pretty sure that you have already learned about this, but we're going to learn more about it and a lot of numbers that will be involved in here. Okay, so I'm gonna explain first ya. Saya akan jelasin dulu. Tolong diperhatikan baik-baik. Oke, Venn diagram. Sebentar, saya cek dulu catatan saya. Oke. Okay, so now we're going to learn. The first one is going to learn how to draw Venn diagram. Okay, so again, guys, Venn diagram, it depends on the question. Okay, for example, I'm just going to go to the example because you have already learned about this actually when you are in elementary school, but I'm just going to go to the example. Okay, so for number 1, let's say I have the universal set is, I'm going to use the same question actually from this one, all right? I'm just going to copy paste this. Let's copy that, paste it here. Okay. So this is going to be the example number 1. So let's say I have the universal set is -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I have set A, the elements are 1, 2. And then set B, the elements are 2, 3, and 4. How can we draw this in a Venn diagram? So the first thing that you need to do when you draw a Venn diagram is, of course, you need to draw a rectangle, okay? Rectangle. Pertama yang harus digambar adalah rectangle-nya dulu ya, okay? I'm gonna draw the rectangle here. Okay. And then you need to find out, you need to investigate whether the sets except the universal set is going to be overlapping or is it going to be disjoint. Oke, kita udah belajar disjoint sama overlapping ya guys. Kemarin kita udah belajar, saya balik lagi ke atas. Disjoint sama disjoint, ini dia ya. We have disjoint set sama overlapping set ya. Kalau disjoint set itu nggak ada elemen yang sama. Dari for example, if I have set A and set B, for example this one, right? There are no common elements. Nggak ada yang sama ya kan? Nggak ada yang sama berarti dia disjoin. Kalau overlapping berarti dia ada yang sama nih, ya. Overlapping contohnya ini ya guys. Kan ada yang sama kan elemennya antara A dan B. Nah kalau ada yang sama kita sebutnya overlapping. Kalau disjoin dia nggak ada yang sama, ya. Oke. So let's go back to the Venn diagram. And then see whether this is overlapping or this is disjoint. Oke, saya mau ke Kiara dulu. Kiara, ini menurut kamu overlapping atau disjoint dari A dan B? Gimana? Saya ulang ya, kalau overlapping berarti ada elemen yang sama. Kalau disjoint berarti nggak ada elemen yang sama. Oke, dari A dan B lihat.
Overlapping.
Overlapping, yes. Oke. Oke, this two will be overlapping. Ya, kenapa? Karena ada elemen yang sama, which is this one, ya kan? Oh, ada yang sama nih, berarti dia akan overlapping. Kalau dia overlapping, ya, if it is going to be overlapping, then the Venn diagram, because we only have set A and set B, ya, then the Venn diagram will have circles like this. So the first circle is going to be for A. Sebentar, kok saya pakainya stabilo. Okay, the first shape is going to be over here. Let's say this is set A. And then we will have also set B. Sebentar, saya ganti warnanya biar kelihatan. Oke. Sorry. Salah. Wait. Okay, and then we have another like this, gitu ya. Jadi dia overlapping itu maksudnya apa? Dia akan berpotongan gitu ya. Ya. Dia overlapping nih. Nanti akan ada contoh lagi yang enggak overlapping ya, guys. Okay. So, let's name the set with A and B. So, for example, the one on the left I'm going to name that set with A. Ini set A, ini adalah set B. Okay. And then always to write down the universal set on the top left. Ya, tulis U itu di pojok kiri atas selalu, ya. Okay, so how can we write down the elements in here? Kita tulis elementsnya dulu ya, elementsnya. Okay, elementsnya itu ada yang pertama yang the first thing that we need to write for the elements is the elements of the overlapping, ya. Yang overlapping yang mana? Itu 2 kan overlapping kan? Berarti angka 2 itu ada di sini. Jadi ya, ini saya pakai titik ya. Kenapa saya pakai titik? Karena dia menunjukkan ya itu elemennya 2 gitu ya. Okay, so again guys, the one that is overlapping, you put it in the intersection, ya. Pokoknya yang ya dia gabungnya apa sih maksudnya? Berarti 2 itu termasuk di A juga, termasuk di B juga kan? Dia di sini masuk lingkaran ke A juga, masuk lingkaran ke B juga, ya kan? Itu ya. Jadi this is how you draw it. The first one is that. The second one is you can choose to write down anything else that is not 2 from set A, ya kan? Sekarang lihat nih, set A itu kan 1 dan 2 ya, kan? Kan 2-nya udah ditulis, yang belum ditulis kan tinggal ini doang kan? Tinggal 1 ini kan? Berarti tulis 1 di sebelah sini karena dia adalah anggotanya si A. Gitu. Ya. And then for the B, misal the B is 2, 3 and 4, right? So we have already write the 2, ini kan udah ditulis 2, yang belum ditulis yang B siapa aja, cuma 3 sama 4 doang, right? So you write down 3 over here and 4 over here. Okay. But we're not done yet, kita belum selesai. Kenapa? Universal set itu ini. Ada nggak yang belum kita tulis? Kita udah nulis 1, 2, 3 sama 4. Ada yang belum ditulis nggak? Ada kan ya? Kita udah tulis ini, tapi ini kan belum ketulis nih. Ya kan? Nah, itu ada di luar lingkaran A sama B, ya. That will be outside. Kamu boleh tulis di mana aja, yang penting itu di dalam rectangle-nya tapi di luar lingkaran-lingkarannya ya. So, I'm gonna put it in here like -1 and also over here is 0. Gitu ya. And then we're done. Selesai, ya. Ini kita sebutnya adalah Venn diagram. Oke? Oke, silakan ditulis dulu atau digambar dulu. Saya tunggu 30 detik. Oke, contoh 2 ya nanti ya. Contoh 1 dulu. Oke. Oke. Oh my god. Okay, lanjut ya. Okay, guys, I'm gonna give you the second example. Very similar with this one, right? But this time I'm going to write other elements, but different elements. Yeah? Okay, so the next one, for example, I have the universal set are from -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, I have set A, for example, set A is uh, 0, 1, and 2. And then I have set B, that will be 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, now we're going to draw this again, right? So the first thing that you need to do is to find out whether set A and set B ya, cuma set A and B aja ya. U-nya nggak penting kalau misalnya kita mau tahu disjoint atau overlapping ya. So the first thing that we need to do to investigate whether this is going to be overlapping or is it going to be disjoint. Ingat, overlapping berarti ada elemen yang sama. Kalau disjoint berarti dia nggak ada elemen yang sama. Oke. Oke, saya mau ke Aurel. Aurel, ini overlapping atau disjoint?
Overlapping, Pak.
Ya, kenapa?
Karena ada apa kan 1 sama 2 itu, Pak.
Iya, betul. Karena ada elemen yang sama ya antara A dan B ya. So you can see that these two elements. Aduh, error mulu nih sebentar guys. Okay. So these two elements are the same, right? From set A and set B because they have the same elements, right? So which means that this is going to be overlapping. Ya, ini akan overlapping lagi. Ini akan overlapping. Ya. Okay. So since we have overlapping, so we can do the same thing again, guys. So we draw the rectangle, right? And then because they are overlapping, so which means that we will have two circles that is going to be intersect, ya. Dia akan berpotongan, ya. Oke, satu lagi saya ganti warnanya. Oleh. Ada tetangga saya. Iya, nak. Okay, so here we go, guys. So and then name the set ya, because this is set A and B, right? So you name A and B in here ya. Jangan lupa dikasih nama ya. Ada A sama B. Ya, okay. And then don't forget to also write down the universal set is on the top left. Yeah. Okay. So the first thing that we need to write down is are the elements that are intersecting from A and B. Ya kan? Because we know that A and B intersect at 1 and 2. Right? So you put that 1 and 2 in the middle, ya. Tulis di tengah-tengah ya, guys. Ini ada 1 dan 2. Tulisnya pakai titik dikit ya, guys. 1 sama 2. Okay, that's the first thing that you need to do. Okay. The next one is to write anything else from A, ya kan? Tadi yang belum ditulis di A itu kan tinggal 0 doang kan? Oh, berarti di bagian A ini 0-nya taruhnya di sini karena dia bagiannya si A nih. Ya kan? Gitu. Oke. Yang terakhir adalah bukan terakhir sih. The next one is going to be write down the rest of the element of B that you haven't write yet, right? So we know that the elements of B is 1, 2, 3, and 4. We have already write 1 and 2 means that the 3 and 4 should be over here, the 3 and 4. Okay, but we're not done yet because we have the universal set, right? Ini kan udah 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Udah yang ini udah selesai, tapi kan ini belum ditulis nih, ya kan? Nah, universal set. Yeah, which means that -2, -1, and 0 should be put inside the rectangle but outside the circles. Okay, so you can put them anywhere, but remember that to put to use bracket to put like a dot sign so that we know that it is the element. Kok 0? Ini tadi 0 udah ya. Oke, jadi tinggal -2 sama -1 aja. Udah selesai gitu. Oke, gampang kan? Iyalah, gampang lah. Oke ya. Oke, sekarang saya mau kasih satu contoh terakhir ya, the last example for this ya, tapi masih ada lagi. Oke, number 3, example number 3. Oke, universal set. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What the universal set? Okay, the next one is going to be A. That will be 3, 4, 5, And then set B is going to be 9 and 10. Oke. Saya mau nanya Aira, ini overlapping atau disjoint?
Disjoint.
Disjoint, yes. Betul ya? Kenapa? Sekali lagi karena dia nggak ada yang sama nih antara A dan B ya. So if you cannot see any elements in here and here that are the same, so they will be disjoint ya, disjoint terpisah ya guys. So ya, so these going to be disjoint. So how can we draw a disjoint Venn diagram? So we do the same thing actually, but the only difference is that we have the two circles which is not intersecting. Right? So if I draw it again, guys, let's draw the shape now. The first I'm gonna draw the rectangle, and then we're going to draw the two circles, okay? Because we have A and B, so we only have two circles. If for instance you have another set C, yes, then you will get like three circles maybe, yeah. Tergantung dari pertanyaan. So for now I'm gonna stick to A and B. Apa maksudnya? Dua aja cukup ya. Okay, so I'm gonna draw the circles, right? Okay, langsung aja ya. That's the circle over here. And the other circle, maybe it's too big. Yeah, I'm gonna make it a little smaller. Okay, the other circles. Okay. Okay, the other circle is going to be over here, but they do not intersect. Nah, gitu. Ya, dia nggak berpotongan kayak tadi gitu ya. Kenapa? Karena kan nggak ada elemen yang sama. Okay, there's no such the elements are the same. And then remember to write down the name of the set, yeah, guys. So remember, just always use put the U on the top left, and then the A and B. This one is A, for example. This is B. Okay. So the only thing you need to do is to write down all of the elements of A inside the A circle, and write down all of the elements from set B in circle B. Right. So which means because A is 3, 4, and 5, so just write down here 3, 4, and 5. That's it. Okay. And then for B is 9 and 10, so put 9 and 10 over here. We are not done yet because the universal set, we need to make sure that all of the elements in the universal set is on inside the rectangle. Yeah, inside the rectangle. Okay. So we have right 3, 4, and 5, and then we also have right 9 and 10. The elements that we haven't right yet is the 6, 7, and 8. Right? So you put the 6, 7, and 8 outside the circles, yeah, but still inside the rectangle. So there will be 6 over here, for example, 7 over here, and 8 over here. Okay, that's it. Yeah, I think it's not that hard, but it's quite easy because you only need to draw and then put all of the elements in there. And that's it. Okay. Okay, after this, I have one more topic, not one more topic. I mean, like the last thing that I'm going to give you for this topic, which is still about cardinal number. If you forgot what cardinal number is, please go back to the what do you call that will be the have a very strong connection with the what do you call it, the cardinal number, yeah, cardinal number. So you can go back to your notes about cardinal number, ya. Tolong dilihat lagi catatannya tentang cardinal number. Cardinal number itu apa sih? Gitu ya. Okay. Okay. Sudah? Any question, guys, before I continue? Oh ya, silakan Pak Lisa. Okay, nggak ada ya? Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, now we're again, guys, this is going to be the last one, so please pay attention. Okay, cardinal properties of set. Tolong ditulis judulnya. Cardinal properties of set. Cardinal properties of set. Yeah. Okay. So in here, guys, this is going to be, again, guys, it's going to be very related to cardinal number. Okay, so I'm going to go and take the example that we have from number 1. Okay, so this is going to be I'm just going to copy this. Okay, let's copy that. Okay, copy that. I'm going to put it on the bottom here, below this here. Right. Okay, so as soon as your you can draw the Venn diagram, which consists of the element. You can also draw the Venn diagram consists of the cardinal number. Okay, so one of the reason why I told you to put the dot in front of each element, because if you just put 2, that will be the cardinal number. Ya, jadi kalau kalian pakai titik, artinya ini kalian tulis elemennya. Tapi kalau nggak ada titiknya, misalnya gini ya, nggak ada titiknya. Sorry guys, ya ini nggak ada titiknya nih. Berarti itu cardinal number-nya, gitu ya. Jadi that's gonna be very different. Okay, so I'm gonna go back here, guys. So we know that we have this, that. We're going to make another Venn diagram in which it consists of the cardinal number. Yeah, cardinal number-nya ya, guys. Okay, so I'm going to copy this, but I'm not going to. Okay, I'm not going to write over here. I'm going to copy that over here. Okay, but I'm not going to write down the elements. Instead, I'm going to write down the cardinal number. Cardinal number-nya ya. Ini cardinal number. Okay. Okay, so now I would like to ask you guys the cardinal number for each of the set. Okay, what is the cardinal number of the universal set? Okay, saya mau ke siapa ya? Cynthia. What is the cardinal number of the universal set in this question?
Cardinalnya tadi Pak.
Kan udah belajar kan cardinal number? Lupa. Oke, balik lagi ya. Oke, cardinal number mana ya contohnya? Cotomate kudasai. Cardinal number. Nih dia, cardinal number of a set. Ya, nih ya guys, nih ada nih tuh, ya kan? Oke, it's the number of distinct element in a given set. For example, we have misalnya nih setnya kayak gini nih. Sorry. Misalnya setnya kayak gini, 1, 2, 3, 4. Berarti cardinal number-nya adalah 4. Kenapa 4? Karena ada 4 elemen. 1, 2, 3, 4. Simple ya. Cardinal number is just the number of distinct element that you have in that set. Ya, simpelnya gitu doang. Oh, ada berapa banyak sih? Oh, ada 4. Ya udah, cardinal number 4. That's it. Ya, oke. So let's go back here. Masih di Cynthia. Oke, Cynthia. Boleh dijawab. Jadinya?
Universalnya kan Pak?
Iya. Jadi universal setnya ini, yang saya tanyakan adalah what is the cardinal number of the universal set?
6.
6. Ya kan? Simpel ya. Kenapa 6? Karena ada 6 elemen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gitu doang. Quite easy ya. Oke, saya mau ke Brian. Brian kalau kalau cardinal number A-nya berapa? Brian. Halo Brian.
Ya Pak.
Ya, cardinal number dari set A berapa?
Cardinal number ya Pak.
Iya, cardinal number-nya berapa?
1 and 2 ya.
Itu elemennya. Yang saya tanya adalah cardinal number-nya.
2.
Ya, betul sekali ya. Itu ya, karena cuma ada 2 elemen. Ya 2, selesai. Oke, Faliha. Ya, cardinal number of B. Jadi berapa? Berapa?
3.
3. Yes. Gampang kan? Oke. Nah, sekarang ada lagi nih yang mau saya tanya. Kalau cardinal number-nya A union B berapa? Oke, Lukman.
A sama B apa?
Ya, A union B ya.
Ya.
Nah,
Digabungkan berarti apa?
digabung. Jadi berapa?
5.
5.
4.
4, benar. Kenapa bukan 5?
Soalnya duanya ada 2, Pak.
Nah, benar. Jadi nggak perlu ditulis 2 kali ya. Benar, Lukman. Mantap ya. So, NA union B means that you only need to find the distinct element from all of the elements in A and B, right? So, kalau ini digabung, iya sih ada 5 sih. Tapi kan ini kan ada 2 ya kan? Maksudnya ada 2 kali tuh ya. Ditulisnya sekali aja gitu kan. Berarti kan ada 1, 2, 3, sama 4 ya. So the NA union B is equals to 4. Okay. Thank you. And then the next one is A and A intersection B. Okay, Alzam. Oke. Cari dulu intersectionnya. Habis itu ada berapa banyak tuh intersectionnya? Berapa Alzam?
Kalau yang ini tuh yang U-nya berarti nggak dipakai.
Nah, kalau intersection berarti cari yang sama. Ya kan? Dari set A sama set B ada yang sama nggak?
Ada 2.
Ada. Ada berapa banyak?
1.
1. Ya udah berarti cardinal numbernya 1. Karena cuma ada 1 elemen yang sama gitu ya. Okay, now we're going to connect all of these, yeah. So this is how this is actually we have one formula, guys, that you need to know. And in terms of cardinal properties of a set, I'm gonna write down the formulas over here. That will be NA union B is equals to NA plus NB minus NA intersection B. Tolong ini ditulis karena ini satu-satunya rumus yang akan kalian pakai di sini di topik ini ya. NA union B equals to NA plus NB minus NA intersection B. Ya, tolong ditulis, guys. Okay, now if I want to draw the Venn diagram, guys, this is the cardinal number, yeah. This is the cardinal Venn diagram, yeah. So I only need to write down how many elements do we have. How many elements do we have in every section, right? So in here I have the cardinal number in here is equal. This is 1. Ini 1 ya. Kenapa 1? Karena cuma ada 1 elemen, gitu ya. Yang ini juga 1. Kenapa? Karena cuma ada 1 elemen, gitu ya. Yang ini 2 karena ada 2 elemen. Ya. Yang ini berapa? 2 juga yang di luar karena ada 2 elemen, gitu ya. Ini kita sebutnya cardinal Venn diagram ya. Nah, kalau kalian lihat ada titiknya, berarti itu menuliskan elemennya. Tapi kalau nggak ada titiknya, kita berarti nulis cardinal number-nya ya, cardinal number-nya. Ya. Nah, sekarang lihat deh, kan tadi universal set-nya ada 6 ya. Coba deh ditambah 1 tambah 1 tambah 2 tambah 2, hasilnya 6. Gitu. Jadi pastikan bahwa kalau kamu jumlah semua cardinal number inside the Venn diagram itu harus sama dengan si n universal set-nya. Oke. Nah sekarang kita mau buktiin nih, benar nggak sih pakai rumus ini angka-angka ini akan berlaku ya? Kita akan tulis ya, NA union B yang ini ya, 4 ya, NA-nya 2, NB-nya 3, NA intersection B-nya adalah 1. 2 tambah 3 kurang 1 berapa? 2 tambah 3, 5. 5 kurang 1, 4 ya. 4 sama dengan 4, bener nggak? Bener ya? Nah, itu dia. Ya, ini untuk pembuktian ininya aja ya. Untuk pembuktian rumusnya aja. Nanti akan saya kasih soal yang kalian pakai rumus terus baru dihitung. Ya. Ini cuma buat pembuktiannya aja. Ya. Proof ya. Oke, silakan ditulis dulu. Terus sekarang saya kasih soal yang ditanya adalah pakai rumus itu ya. Itu adalah rumusnya. Oke. 3 2 1. Oke. Lanjut ya. Saya akan kasih pertanyaan ya, guys. Pertanyaan yang gampang dulu aja deh. Nomor 2. Pakai rumus itu ya. Jadi tolong rumusnya ditulis. Oke, so question number 2, example number 2. Oke. If NA equals to 5 and B equals to 6 and A intersection B equals to 3, find NA union B. Nah, gampang kan? Cuma tinggal masukin aja ke rumusnya, right? Okay, so we're looking for NA union B ya. So you already have the formula in here ya guys. Formulanya udah ada nih di sini. Tinggal masukin aja, oke? Okay? So remember that the first thing that you need to do is to write down the formula. If you have a formula, so write down the formula that you are going to use, okay? So for this one, we're going to use that formula. That will be NA union B equals to NA plus NB minus NA intersection B. Okay, so the one that we are going to find is then NA union B, which is this one, right? So the other, we have the numbers, we have the value, right? The NA is equals to 5. Jadi just remember guys, you only need to substitute, right? Cuma tinggal diganti aja gitu. Oh, NA-nya diketahui nggak? Oh, ada nih 5. Ya berarti tulis 5 di bawahnya persis ya. Oke, 5. Right? NB, ada nggak NB di sini? Oh, ada 6. Tulis 6. Ya, gampang kan? Plus 6. Terus ada NA intersection B nggak? Oh, ada nih. 3 gitu ya. Jadi di situ minus 3. Oke, ya udah selesai. Jadi tinggal dihitung aja. 5 tambah 6, 11. 11 kurang 3, 8. Selesai. Gitu doang ya. Gampang kan? Oke. Sekarang saya kasih soal, kalian tulis jawabannya di chat box ya. Oke. Number 3. If NA equals to 10 and B equals to 12 and A union, ya intersection aja lah. Intersection with B is equals to 7, find A and A union B. Oke, silakan guys. The same exact question. I mean like same exact process. Oke guys, silakan ditulis di chat box ya jawabannya. Oke, habis ini satu contoh lagi untuk story problem ya. Sorry, dua contoh story problem. Nanti baru saya akan habis itu baru kita selesai ya. Oh, di sini ada hajatan, guys. Pantesan berisik. Cekaman. 안녕하세요. 감사합니다. Oke, ada jawaban satu orang, dua orang, yes, oke, good. Ya betul. Ini gampang kan? Iya dong, yes, Kiara betul. Abel masih nggak ngerti. Ini Abel baru ngomongnya ini apa ya? Tinggal masukin aja ya guys angkanya. Rafael, yes, very good. Aurel, yes, very good. Betul sekali. Gampang kan? Iya dong, gampang dong. Ya, Cynthia, betul. Yes. Faliha kayaknya salah ngitung deh. Coba deh. Itu prosesnya benar, tapi jawaban akhirnya salah. Ya, salah ngitung doang, di akhirnya doang. Lukman 17. Lukman. Salah ketik. Ya, Kenny betul. Yes. Ya, Lukman betul sekali. Yes. Ya, gampang kan? Ya, gampang lah. Yes. Aira betul. Oke. This one is pretty easy because you only need to substitute, ya guys. Oke, dan ini betul. Oke. Okay, guys, that's the only formula that you will use, yeah, guys. The only formula that you will use. You only have one formula. Okay, I'm gonna give you one example of a story problem that will be on the final task that you have for today. So the final task, I will give you 1 week to do it. And there will be 10 questions. And one of the questions are something like this. Okay, I'm gonna wait. Okay, question number 4. This is an example, guys. So you can just see the example here. Okay, so there are, for example, there are 20, not 20, let's say 30, 30 students in a class. Okay, there are 30 students, yeah, in total. Okay, and then like 12 students likes maybe likes to play like to play, like itu pakai S ya. Sorry. Like to play basketball. And then, for example, like 20 students like to play soccer. Okay. The question is, how many students like both basketball and soccer? Okay. So, okay now. Let's see one by one ya guys. Lihat ya guys. Kan ada 30 student ya guys ya. Ya, ada 30 doang nih studentnya. 12 suka basket, 20 suka soccer. Kayak nggak masuk akal ya. Ya enggak? Kan cuma ada 30, tapi kenapa kalau saya jumlah yang ini ada 32? Aneh enggak? Kok 32? Apa kan cuma ada 30 siswa gitu kan? Nah, this is when the set is going to be it's going to play its role, ya. So, this is how you're going to do it. This 30 student is the combination, ya kan, kalau digabung. Kalau digabung itu apa tadi? Union apa intersection? Kalau digabung union apa intersection, guys? Digabung. Digabung semua. Ada yang jawab nih. Oh, digabung apa? Azam kayaknya mau jawab nih. Oke. Union sama intersection. Union itu kalau digabung. Mana kita udah bahas ya guys. Union means that you combine all of them, right? So the 30 students ini adalah unionnya. Oke, saya tulis ya di sini guys. Ini penting banget guys karena ini pasti akan keluar di end semester test ya. Ini unionnya guys. Gabungan, digabung semua. So which means that if I have that as the union, then I will get N A union B is equals to 30. Ya kan? Itu yang pertama. Okay, so let's say we have set A and set B. Ya. Set A is the students who likes to play basketball, and set B is students who like to play soccer, right? Ini terserah ya, yang mana A, yang mana B terserah. Yang penting konsisten ya guys. So let's say this is set A, this is set B, ya kan? Set A-nya yang suka basket, yang B-nya adalah soccer. Okay. Which means that the NA will be equals to 12, ya kan? Karena ada 12 siswa yang suka basket. Okay. And then NB, that will be equals to 20 because we have 20 students. Sorry guys. That will be 20, right? So the question is, how many students who like both basketball and soccer? Nah, kalau ada kata-kata both begini guys, nih, like both, ini berarti adalah intersection-nya, ya kan? Intersection-nya. Nah, intersection itu kan tandanya yang huruf kayak U kebalik ya, ya kan? Berarti yang ditanya adalah N A intersection B itu berapa? Gitu ya. So for every time you see a question like this in a word problem, the first thing that you need to do is sorry guys, oh my god, what happened to me? Okay, so the first thing that you need to do is to convert that into whatever you have from the formula, because we're only using that one formula. So, oh, this sentence means that this is the union, this is the A, this is the B, and so on and so on, right? So this is how we do it. Okay, the next thing that we need to do is to just write down the formulas and then to find the NA intersection B. For example, I'm going to oh my god, what happened to me? Suddenly I sneeze a lot. Okay, so for example, I'm going to denote, ya, saya akan mewakilkan NA union NA intersection B-nya itu dengan X misalnya ya. Misalnya ini adalah X. NA intersection B-nya itu adalah X, ya. Okay, now I'm going to write down the formula, okay? The formula should be NA union B equals to NA plus NB minus NA intersection B, right? So this is the formula. So the next thing that you need to do is to substitute all of the numbers that you have, all the values that you have from the question. Okay, now the first one is NA union B. Do we have it? Yes, we have it in here, 30. So you put that below this, ya. Tulisnya begini ya, taruh persis di bawahnya. Okay, equals to. And the next one is NA. Do we have it? Yes, we have it in here, which is 12. Just write down 12 in here. Okay, the next one, plus NB. Do we have it? Yes, we have NB, which is 20, right? Okay, and then the last one is minus NA intersection B. We don't have it yet, but I will represent that by the letter X. So I'm going to put X over here. So that is what we are looking for. We are looking for the value of X. Ini yang kita cari. Ya kan? And then we can do the algebra, right? Ini kan tinggal algebra doang, ya. So we have 30 equals to 12 plus 20 is 32 minus X, right? I can move the minus X to the left side and the 30 to the right side. It's up to you actually, guys. I'm going to move this here. So that will be plus X, ya kan? Tadinya minus, pengurangan, subtraction jadi addition, ya. So that will be 30 plus X equals to 32, right? And then I'm going to move the 30 to the right side. Ini saya pindah ke kanan 30-nya. Ingat ya guys, the concept is to make the variable alone in one side of the equal side. So I'm going to move that 30 to the right side. The X equals to 32 minus 30. And then you only need to subtract that. That will be equals to 2. That's it. Gitu ya. Jadi, again guys, whenever you find any word problem, the first thing I need you to do to read every sentence. Oh, this sentence means this. This sentence means that, and so on, so on, so on. And then you can put all of the numbers into the formulas. Okay. So I'm going to show you on how to draw this in the Venn diagram. So we have if we draw that in a Venn diagram, that will be like this. Okay. So because we have an A intersection B means that this is going to be overlapping. Ya, kalau N intersection B-nya dia bukan 0 ya, ada nilainya 1, 2 misalnya 3 dan berapapun gitu ya, kecuali 0 ya. Berarti dia akan overlapping. So we're going to draw another circle over here, one circle over here, and the other circle is another circle. Okay. Over here. And it will be overlapping, ya, overlapping kayak gini, guys. Okay, so the first thing that you need to draw, ya ingat nih, ingat benar-benar ingat ya. Yang harus ditulis pertama adalah intersectionnya, NA intersection B itu dulu yang ditulis ya, karena kita udah tahu NA intersection B-nya adalah ini, ya kan, which means that ini 2 ada di sini, ya. Okay, so the left side, let's say it's A, the right side is going to be B. Oke, pertanyaannya adalah, berarti yang di sini berapa dong? Oke, caranya begini guys. Kan ada 12 siswa yang suka basket, ya kan? Nah, di antara 12 siswa yang suka basket itu, ternyata ada 2 siswa juga yang suka juga main soccer gitu. Jadi dia suka basket juga, suka soccer juga. Nah, yang sebelah sini guys, itu berarti dia yang cuma suka basket doang. Gitu ya, cuma suka basket doang. Ya, dia nggak suka soccer, dia cuma sukanya basket doang. Oke, pertanyaannya ada berapa banyak siswa yang cuma suka basket doang? Gimana? Saya ulang ya kalimatnya. There are 12 students who likes to play basketball. Ya, saya ulang ya. There are 12 students who likes to play basketball. 2 of those students also likes to play soccer. Okay, the question is, how many students who likes only basketball? Berapa?
10.
10, benar banget. Ya, 10 ya. Kenapa? Kan 12 orang nih, ya kan? Suka basket. Oh, ternyata 2 di antara 12 itu ada yang suka juga sama soccer. Berarti sisanya, ya kan? Sisanya ya cuma suka basket doang. Mereka nggak suka soccer gitu ya. Nah, gitu ya guys. Nah, jadi gitu ya. So, which means that if you want to draw this in a Venn diagram, so the number that you need to write on the left side in here is 10, because again, it's just 12 minus 2. That's it. Okay, now another question. Let's go to here ya, yang di sini ya. Nah, kalau yang itu berarti berapa dong, guys? Berarti yang di sini itu kan mewakili yang suka soccer doang. Oke, berapa yang suka soccer doang? How many students likes only soccer? Cynthia, mana Cynthia?
18, Kak.
Berapa? 18. Yes, very good ya. Tinggal dikurang doang kan? Nah, pertanyaannya balik lagi sekarang ke sini. Tadi kan total siswanya ada berapa? 30 kan? Cek deh. Total ini ditambah semua. Hasilnya berapa? 10 tambah 2 tambah 18. Ada berapa? 10 tambah 2, 12. 12 tambah 18? 30 ya? Nah, cocok kan? 30 cocok. Gitu. Nah, makanya tadi di awal pasti kalau misalnya kalian loginya kan cuma ada 30 siswa. Kenapa kalau ini dijumlahin ada 32? Nah, ternyata gitu ya. Ada siswa yang dia suka dua-duanya nih, suka soccer juga, suka basket juga. Gitu ya. Oke. Oke ya, terakhir ya. One more example for you guys. After this, we're done and then you can go to the Edmodo and do the final task. Karena topik ini cuma ada satu tugas doang ya guys. Itu akan saya ambil untuk nilai kuis. Jadi tolong kerjain dan kalau nggak ada ya nilai kuisnya jadi 0 ya guys. Oke. Oke, the last question, the last example sorry guys, for you guys. Ini ditulis dulu atau di screenshot. Saya hitung 3 and 2 and 1. Oke, lanjut ya. Last example for you guys. Okay, number 5. There are, sekarang agak gede dikit, 50 ya. There are 50 students in a class. 25 of them like to play tennis. 20 of them like to play badminton. And 7 of them like to play both tennis and badminton. Oke, pertanyaannya, how many students ada 3 nih pertanyaannya. Pertama, oke, like only, only likes ya. Gimana sih jawabannya? Only like tennis, only like tennis. Okay. Second one is only likes not. Sebentar. Kayaknya jangan only like dulu deh. Ya apa? Only likes. Ya, only likes badminton. Nah, terakhir don't like, doesn't like both tennis and badminton. Okay, this one is quite challenging, guys, and I will assure you that this will be on the final examination, yeah, for the essay. Okay, so please pay attention. Okay, so in here, guys, for this one, it's a little bit different because there will be people who is going to be outside the circles. Ya, kalau tadi kan nggak ada, semuanya di dalam circle ya, yang tadi. Ya kan, ini ada di dalam circle semua nih angka-angkanya. Nanti akan ada di luar circle nih. Ya. Karena itu yang ditanya untuk yang don't like.
Pak.
Ya, silakan. Azan.
Itu kan yang 7 of them like to play, tapi pertanyaannya don't like both.
Iya, betul. Betul. Ya nanti ke situ ya. Oke. Kita step by step dulu ya. Oke, yang pertama. Only like tennis. Yang suka tenis doang ada berapa banyak? Oke, question A ya. Only like to play tennis. Berarti kan ada 25 yang suka tenis, ya kan? Terus ada 7 yang suka tenis sama badminton. Berarti yang suka tenis doang ada berapa banyak?
18.
18. Tinggal dikurangin ya. Oke. Jadi question A, tinggal dikurangin 25 minus 7. 25 yang suka tenis, dikurangin 7 yang suka dua-duanya gitu kan. Sama aja kayak tadi kan. So, ada 25 orang yang suka tenis gitu ya. Tapi dari 25 itu ternyata ada 7 orang yang juga suka badminton gitu. Jadi suka dua-duanya. Berarti yang ditanya adalah, kalau yang ditanya adalah only like tennis, oh berarti tinggal dikurangin aja 25 kurang 7. Equals to 18 students. Ya? Oke, gampang ya? Oke. Yang B. Berarti yang B berapa dong?
13.
13. Karena tinggal dikurangin 20 minus 13 equals to 13. 20 minus 7 equals to 13. My bad. Doang like-nya. Nah, sekarang challenge-nya adalah pertanyaan C. Berapa banyak orang yang nggak suka badminton? Okay, this is how we do it. I normally do it by drawing the Venn diagram. Yeah, pay a close attention on how I'm going to do it. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to make is the Venn diagram, of course, right? Oops, sorry. Okay. And then because this is overlapping, ingat ya, ini overlapping kenapa? Karena ada intersection-nya. Yang kata kalau dibilang both tennis and badminton, ini adalah intersection ya. Selalu ingat ini intersection. Kalau ada both kayak gini ya. Okay, so I'm gonna go and draw the two circles. That's the first circle will be for example, tennis is T and badminton is B. Yeah. Okay, over here. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to draw a Venn diagram, but this time we're going to write down the cardinal number ya, bukan elements ya, tapi cardinal numbernya. Okay, the first thing that you need to write down, always ya, kalau intersection, berarti intersection-nya yang ditulis, right? So the intersection that we have is this one, right? The 7. Itu adalah intersection-nya. Jadi tulis 7 ada di sini. Oke. Ingat stepnya ya. Satu adalah, nanti kalau kalian lupa, lihat lagi aja videonya, nanti saya upload. Okay. And then the next one is to write down, okay, maybe this is the tennis, this is the badminton ya. Tennis sama badminton. Nah, tadi kan for question A and B, it's going to help you to write down how many numbers of elements in here and in here, right? So we have already done that. So let's go back again, guys. So this over here is going to be the number of students who only like to play tennis, And we know that it is 18. There are 18 of them. So 18 goes over here, right? Okay, I'm gonna use my marker. 18 is over here. Tadi markernya warna kuning ya. Biar kelihatan ya, ini saya kasih mark. Oke, ini berarti pakai warna lain lagi. Sebentar guys, aduh kok agak lemot ya. Sebentar ya. Sabar ya. 13 student, yeah. So which means that the 13 will be over here because that is the number of students who only like badminton. Okay, so question is, we know that there are 50 students, right? We know that we have 50 students in this class. Means that if we add all of them, it should be 50. The question is, if you add these numbers, do you have 50? Gimana? Silahkan dijawab dulu. Kalau kamu jumlahin itu semua, udah 50 belum? Berapa? Gimana Cynthia?
Nggak sampai.
Nggak sampai, baru berapa? Baru berapa? Oke, belum sampai. Baru berapa tuh?
27.
Berapa?
Salah 38.
38. Baru 38. Harusnya ada 50 siswa. Berarti yang belum kehitung berapa?
12.
12. Nah, itu dia 12 sudah di mana? Di luar sini. Gitu. Itulah jawabannya C. Berarti yang 12 itu kan tidak termasuk ke dalam yang suka tenis sama yang suka badminton, ya kan? Nah, that's why question C will be the answer will be 12 students. Dari mana? Dari sini. Gitu. Nah, cara nulisnya gini aja ya, kalau mau pakai cara ya. Aduh, nih errornya, ampun, sorry guys. Lemot sekali ini, ada apa ini? Astagfirullahaladzim. Wait ya guys. Saya nggak bisa ngapus nih. Layanan bisa. Okay. So the thing that you need to write down is 50, right? Minus 18 plus 7 plus 13, right? So if you add all of these numbers, you have 18 plus 7 plus 13. And that will be equals to 50, right? 50 minus 38, yeah. 38, yeah. That will be equals to 12. So you have 12 students outside over here. Gitu. Ya. Oke, satu contoh aja cukup. Oke, if you mau lihat lagi nanti lihat ini aja ya, videonya aja ya. Karena waktunya sudah habis 9.50. Oke. Gitu ya. Saya pastikan ini pasti keluar ya in the semester exam. So please pay like if you still confused, you can just go to the video again. If you still confused, you can ask me ya. Tonton videonya dulu baru nanti kalau masih nggak ngerti baru tanya saya ya. Oke. Gitu ya guys. Jadi logikanya harus benar-benar jalan nih. Hitungannya nggak terlalu banyak gitu kan. Rumusnya aja cuma satu kok gitu kan. Tapi apa namanya, how you convert story problems, that will be very crucial ya, because for the essay all of them will be story problems. Semua essay itu akan story problems, nggak ada yang cuman angka doang, nggak, pasti dia ada ceritanya ya, word problem. Okay, you can write this down. I'm gonna give you like 2 minutes maybe, and try to wait if there's any question. If you have any question, just ask ya guys. Saya tunggu 2 menit lagi. We still have about 2 minutes to end the class. Oke, jadi yang nggak hadir cuman Jiwa aja ya. Oke. Baiklah guys. Jangan ditulis, yang sudah tulis bagus, yang belum tulis tolong ditulis, atau setidaknya di screenshot lah. Ya, biar ada catatan. Ya, karena nanti ini juga akan dibahas di grade 8 ya guys. Karena grade 8 itu gurunya insya Allah masih saya. Grade 9 nanti baru diganti gurunya. Maksudnya bukan saya lagi. Saya megangnya kelas 7 kelas 8 ya. Oke, cukup. Cukup. Oke ya, saya stop share guys. Okay guys, that's it for the whole year of grade 7, all of the topic that you have learned, and also for semester 2 ya. Remember that you are going to have the topic from angles ya. The angles ada 2-dimensional shapes, ada trigonometry ya, Pythagoras, and then also this one ya, set ya. So you have 4 topics that is going to be on the semester examination. So next week, yeah, for now, yeah, you're please focus on the assignment that I gave you from Edmodo. And then if you still have any questions, just ask me through line. And next week on Tuesday and Friday, Tuesday and Friday, we're going to discuss a couple of questions from apa namanya, kisi-kisi lah. Yeah, I'm gonna make like some question, a couple of questions that maybe like 80 to 90% is going to be on the quiz, yeah, and on the final examination. So just please read, study from that, ya. Pelajari aja nanti soal kisi-kisinya, ya. Nggak usah kemana-mana, itu aja yang dipelajarin. Karena soalnya akan 80-90% akan dari situ semua, ya. Nggak akan saya paling kasih tambahan 1-2 lah. Itu pun pasti masih pakai konsep yang sama, cuman lebih challenging aja sedikit, ya. Okay, I think that's it for today. Thank you very much. I'm going to see you again nanti di sesi 3 ya, kita ada intercultural change. Okay, arigatou gozaimashita. See you again guys. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Pak.
See you again. Bye-bye.